Hey, what's up guys? It's Tom here. I hope you're all as
excited as we are for the new release
of Spider-Man No Way Home.
We just wanted to put out a little message
asking that when you guys do see the movie,
please don't spoil it for anyone.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Anyway, this movie is so huge.
And we can't wait to watch it with you this December on the big screen.
See you there, and remember, no spoilers.
But Jamie, you are a spoiler.
What you mean I'm a spoiler?
Essentially, Doctor Strange is able to open up portals into other dimensions, and through those portals come through multi-dimensional beings.
she was comfortable with being an outsider, but now that she's found her crew, her tribe, she feels like she can be a little bit more open. And she feels that she needs to be more optimistic, because I think that that's usually Peter's job, but Peter's a little preoccupied with saving the world.
I'm just gonna move his head so I see your face the whole way.
Okay.
It's great.
I know that I, honestly, when I first read the script, or when I was first told that this was gonna happen, I was like, there's absolutely no way that they're gonna be able to do this in real life, because there's so many people to reprise, so many incredible actors who are already, you know, they're already legends and icons, so just to get them in the movie in any form is kind of crazy.
Incredible, crazy.
And I know that my inner child was screaming, because we all grew up with these films, you know, since we were like, the first one came out when we were 6.
Yeah.
So to see them in real life, to see them as their characters in real life, was amazing. So I think people are going to lose their minds because they get to see our current Spider-Man fight villains from the past.
I hope that they enjoy it. I hope that they are able to escape the crazy world that we're living in right now for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Go to a crazier one.
Go to a crazier one, but be safe and enjoy the crazier one, you know? I hope that people can feel fulfilled. I hope that the conclusion of this trilogy is something that is satisfying and not disappointing. I'm sure it won't be disappointing. And I hope that people will leave the cinema with a greater affection towards our 3 characters.
Tail sticks, I'm sorry, tail sticks. Beautiful. Yeah. That was better. And jump. Better. No wires, cart, Kelly. We got this. Yeah, the cars will go by.
Give me the box.
No. That was
It's a really emotional experience. It's a really exhilarating artistic experience. And it's, I can't wait for people to see the movie.
Well, that was always the idea that Amy and I first talked about, was casting a younger Peter Parker than had ever been in the movies before.
Yeah.
And if we were lucky and if the audience responded, we could chart his growth and the maturity through high school, through the experience of interacting with the other Marvel characters, and starting with a mentor in Iron Man, in Civil War and Homecoming, and then see him grow beyond that and deal with the loss of that mentor. And as we saw in Far From Home and in No Way Home, Peter growing into the hero that we all know and love. So it is quite surreal to be here on the, in the final weeks before audiences will get to see, in a lot of ways, the culmination of that journey that started with a conversation between Amy and I a number of years ago.
It's kind of the culmination of his origin story.
Yep. The fun thing about having Peter Parker in the MCU is interacting with the other Marvel characters, and obviously Iron Man was the primary point of interaction in Homecoming. Nick Fury played that part very, very well in Far From Home, and it made sense that we were going to leave Peter in Far From Home with a big problem, as big a problem as he'd ever faced, which is his identity is revealed. And that was very fun on that movie because it forced us into a really big problem to solve
Yes.
in the next in this next movie. The difference between a Spider-Man not living in the MCU and a Spider-Man living in the MCU is that there are people you can go see when you have these life-changing, world-altering problems. And people remember from Infinity War that he did get to meet Doctor Strange. He took a quick jaunt to space with Doctor Strange. So it did make sense that when faced with this problem, and more for his friends than for him, when people see the movie, he would go to someone he thinks could help him. And that's really where the story begins.
And it's a beautiful relationship between him and Doctor Strange in the movie, because although they went through that traumatic experience together, they get to know each other in this movie. And Peter goes from, you know, Stephen thinking of him as a kid with some extraordinary abilities to being a full-fledged hero in and of himself. All of them are such fantastic actors in and of. Each of them are such great actors, and we were so lucky that they loved playing those parts as much as the audience, and we loved seeing them, so that they really did want to come back and reprise those roles.
People are speculating on what they can expect, and I hope they're surprised in many different ways when they see it. We've not put out a Spider-Man movie in the holidays before. I remember Amy going back to Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3 wanting snow and the holidays.
Begging Sam to put snow in the movie.
We have that in this movie. And it just seems like an amazing bit of timing when the world is ready for there to be something to bring us together, even just for a couple of hours in a movie theater. And I think this movie can do that.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Spider-Man. It's nice knowing you. Here we go. Look, Parker, the danger isn't Mysterio. It's you trying to live two lives at once, and the longer you go on doing that, the more dangerous it becomes.
Wait, can't some people still know?
That's not quite how the spell works, and it's very difficult and dangerous to try and change it mid-casting.
It's kind of works.
Well, it's hand, and then as he turns around,
Who are you? Where am I?
They're a danger to our universe. We need to send them back.
别忘了订阅我们的频道，打开小铃铛就不会错过任何精彩内容，随时上架。我们下回再见。